Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Grave is not the final resting place. Many people, even Muslims, some of the Muslims, they believe that grave is the final resting place. But this is a very, very wrong belief. Grave is not a place of rest or the final resting place. Rather, there are special ahadith and also special ayat which tell us the situation in the grave. The Prophet ﷺ told us that grave is either a garden from the gardens of paradise or it is a pit from the pits of hell. So it depends upon the faith and actions of the dying person how the grave will be for him or her. There is proof from the Holy Quran about the punishment in grave. For example, in Surah Ghafir, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the ayat, in the verses 45-46, this is a part of ayat number 45, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَحَاكَ بِآلِ فِرْعَوْنَ سُوءُ الْعَذَابِ النَّارُ يُعْرَضُونَ عَلَيْهَا غُدُوًّا وَعَشِيًّا وَيَوْمَ تَقُومُ السَّاعَةُ أَدْخِلُوا آلَ فِرْعَوْنَ أَشَدَّ الْعَذَابِ. This is ayat number 46, a part of ayat 45 and then ayat 46. So in the first part, Allah said that وَحَاكَ بِآلِ فِرْعَوْنَ سُوءُ الْعَذَابِ. The people of Pharaoh will be encompassed by severe punishment. النَّارُ يُعْرَضُونَ عَلَيْهَا غُدُوًّا وَعَشِيًّا. They will be brought in front of the fire in the morning and in the evening. This is about the Azhab-i Qabr. That means the punishment in grave. Because after that, in ayat number 46, Allah SWT said, وَيَوْمَ تَقُومُ السَّاعَةِ. And when the hour will be established, that means the day of judgment will come and judgment will be passed, then the command will be, أَدْخِلُوا آلَ فِرْعَوْنَ أَشَدَّ الْعَذَابِ. Cast the people of Pharaoh into terribly severe punishment. This is then about the day of judgment, when they will be permanently admitted into the fire of hell. So the first part of this ayat is related with the punishment in grave, and the second part is related with the punishment in hell. Then also in Surah Al-An'am, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in verse number 93, وَلَوْ تَرَى إِذِ الظَّالِمُونَ فِي غَمَرَاتِ الْمَوْتِ وَالْمَلَائِكَةُ بَاسِطُو أَيْدِيهِمْ أَخْرِجُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ الْيَوْمَ تُجْزَوْنَ عَذَابَ الْهُونِ. The ayat ends at اليوم تجزون عذاب الهون بما كنتم تقولون على الله غير الحق وكنتم عن آياته تستكبرون. And if you could see the wicked ones in a state of trouble, in a state of confusion, that means at the time of death, وَالْمَلَائِكَةُ بَاسِطُو أَيْدِيهِمْ, and the angels will be spreading their arms, that means will be beating them up with their outstretched arms, and they will say, أَخْرِجُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ, expel your souls, bring out your souls. As the soul will be hiding, a dying person, an unbeliever, a sinner, his soul will not like to go out of his body because the soul knows that there will be terrible punishment for the person. So the soul will be hiding in the body and the angels will say, take out your soul. اليوم تجزون عذاب الهون بما كنتم تقولون على الله غير الحق. On this day you will be rewarded with humiliating punishment because of the fact that you used to say lies about Allah. You used to say about Allah the things which you had no right to say. وَكُنْتُمْ عَنْ آيَاتِهِ تَسْتَكْبِرُونَ, and you used to reject the revelations of Allah with arrogance. So this is at the time of death. That means the punishment will start right at the time of death and then will continue in the grave. Also in Surah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in Surah Muhammad ayah number 27, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَكَيْفَ إِذَا تَوَفَّتْهُمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ يَضْرِبُونَ وُجُوهَهُمْ وَأَدْبَارَهُم. Then how will it be when they will be beaten up by the malaika, by the angels, at the time of death? When the angels will take out their soul, they will be beating them up. Wujuhahum wa adbarahum, on their faces and on their backs. They will smite them on their faces and on their backs. So these verses of the Holy Quran prove that a person, even at the time of death, for an unbeliever and a sinner, the punishment will start. Again, there is explanation in the Sunnah, in the Hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us that a person, a dead person, when is buried in the grave, there will be a test. He will have to take a test. Every dead person, the angels will come and will make him sit. The soul will join his body or her body, and he will be made to sit. And then the angels will ask him or her 3 questions. One will be, Man Rabbuk, who is your Lord? Second will be, Wama Dinuk, what is your religion? And the third will be, Waman Nabiyuk, and who is your prophet? Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So a believer, a righteous, God-fearing believer will answer. He will say, my Lord is Allah, my deen is Islam, and my prophet is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the grave will be made vast and big for him or her. It will become green like a garden, and a door will be opened towards paradise. So the person will be in comfort in the grave. But an unbeliever and a sinner, he will not be able to answer these questions correctly. To every question in the answer, she will say, I don't know. I don't know. Alas, I don't know. Alas, I don't know. So the grave will become very narrow on him, will constrict on him, so much that her ribs will go into each other and will be crushed due to the pressure of the earth on him. And then an angel will be appointed on him or her, who will beat her with iron rods, and he will scream and cry, and his screaming and crying voices are heard by all the creations, all the creatures, except the jinni and the human beings. And there is a hadith is in Sahih al-Bukhari and Muslim. Once Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was passing through a garden with some of the companions, and suddenly his horse started jumping, forcefully jumping. Then they saw there were 4, 5, or 6 graves. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked them, if anyone of them knew the people in the graves. One of them said that he knew them. They were the people before Islam, and they were mushrikeen, idolaters. The Prophet ﷺ said they are beaten up by angels, and they are crying and screaming. See, the horse was frightened, and so it started jumping. These voices are heard by everything, every creature except mankind and jinni. And the Prophet ﷺ said that he would pray to Allah to make the companions hear those sounds. But he didn't do that because he was worried that the companions would be so much in fear that they would stop burying dead people. There are also other hadiths. For example, in one hadith found in Bukhari and Muslim, it says that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam once passed by two graves. He was with the companions, and he told the companions that in these two graves, the people are in pain, and they are crying, and the pain is only because they used to make the sin of namima, and also one used to make the sin of namima. That means he used to say the things from one person to the other, so that the two would fight. Yani hear words from one and go and tell the other one, and the two would fight, make fighting between two people. And the other one used to he didn't used to protect his body from urine. So that means he used to remain dirty with urine. Due to these two punishments, they were having the azab al-khabar. Due to these two sins, they were having the terrible punishment in the qabr, and they were screaming and crying. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from the azab qabr. And remember that according to hadith, qabr is the first stage of the stages of the hereafter. And Usman radiallahu anhu used to say that if this first stage is good, and he used to say according to a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that if this first stage is good, then all the other stages will be good, and if this first stage is bad, then all of the other stages will be bad. So Usman radiallahu anhu used to cry, to weep on the graves, and somebody had asked him, why did he used to cry? He had told this thing, that this is the first stage of the stages of the hereafter. If this is good, all other stages will be good. If this is not good, all other stages will be bad. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from azab qabr. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this first stage good for us, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make all the stages in the akhirah good for us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from the azab in qabr and azab in akhirah, and also at the time of death, may Allah protect us from azab. And please take heed and correct your faiths and your actions, so that you are protected from all the punishments in the hereafter. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid.